Om. Om. ॐ गणानान्त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्र्यवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम् ॐ प्रणः नो देवी देवी सरस्वती सरस्वती वाजेभिः वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती वाजिनीवतीति वाजिनी धीनामवित्री अवित्र्यवतु अवत्वेत्यवतु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सहस्रवृदियं भूमिः परं व्योमसहस्रवृत् अश्विना भुज्यूना सत्या विश्वस्य जगतस्पति जाया भूमिः पतिर्व्योमा मिथुनन्ता अतुर्यथुः पुत्रो बृहस्पतिरुद्रः सरमा इति स्त्रीपुमं शुक्रं वामन्यद्यजतं वामन्यत् विषुरूपे अहनि द्यौरिवस्थः विश्वाहि माया अवधस्वधावन्तौ भद्रावां पूषणा विहरातिरस्तु वासात्यौ चित्रौ जगतो निधानौ द्यावा भूमि चरथः सगुं सखायौ तावश्विना रासभा अश्वा हवं मे शुभस्पति आगतगुं सूर्यया सह ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Offering our collective love at the divine lotus feet of Bhagavan Sri 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 Satya Sai Baba. Let us all be together. Let us all be nourished together. Let us all work together with great vigor. May our studies shine and illumine our intellects. May we not hate or conflict with each other. Let there be peace, peace, and peace. Hari Om, Shalom, Sai Ram, Namaste. On this eve in India of two most important spiritual observations, the first is Deepavali, and the second is the Avatar Declaration Day, October 20th is the Avatar Declaration Day. Nenu Sayini, Nikkamuga Teliyu. Know that I am Sai. The statement of Bhagwan. And when that statement occurred, enormous amount of light had descended onto this universe. And that is the significance of Deepavali. Enormous light has descended onto this universe. The moment Narakasura, the one who makes heaven hell, make it hell again, Maha. So therefore, those that make the world, turn the world into hell, are Narakasuras. His name is not actually Narakasura. It's a beautiful name, not ordinary fellow. Born to Yajnavaraha and the Mother Earth herself. This is the significance of Deepavali. I didn't go into the story when we studied the Bhusuktam. Exploiting the Mother Earth is 100% like exploiting your own mother, nothing less than that, nothing more atrocious than that. The one who turns earth into hell, exploiting everyone and exploiting everything, that is truly who Narakasura is. And for whom Brahma has given this boon, he has the boon. He has for immortality. Hmm. And it's a beautiful symbolic story. I won't get into that today because it's a very powerful story of how the one who is born to the avatar himself will turn into such an atrocious being. All because of the company that he has sought. Tell me your company, I'll tell you who you are. That is what Bhagavan used to say. Tell me your company, I'll tell you who you are. Therefore, Tyaja Durjana Satsangam, Bhaja Sadhu Samagamam, Kuru Punyamahoratram, Smara Nityamanityatvam, Tyaja Durjana Sangatyam. Give up company with Durjana, evil people. Tyaja, quit. Bhaja, Sadhu Samagamam. Join the company of those that have noble thoughts, noble actions, and noble behavior and character. Then you will get into this Kuru Punyam Ahoratram. Day and night you will be engaged in meritorious deeds, service, adoration, illumination. And that would lead to Smara Nityamanityadam. That would lead to 100% differentiation between what is real and what is unreal. Therefore, those four lines are very important, and that is the story of Narakasura. How he got into turning the earth into hell, so much so that people turned off lights or did not even light a lamp in their houses because every single girl from the from the houses were getting confiscated. So the whole world turned dark. And to establish dharma, satya has to come as bhama. Satya bhama doesn't mean some, you know, wife of somebody who was giving hell to her husband. That is in the current world. All the movies that have stained her character, she is never like that. It's all myth created around so that they can. The human mind always enjoys this drama because it's very difficult to see Rama. So therefore, you add these delusional stories about divine people so that you enjoy the drama even with the divine people. Divine is ignored and delusion is introduced so that Rama turns into drama. All because of the selfishness of the mind, nothing more than that. The ego mind has to separate God, otherwise, it cannot survive. The mind cannot survive without drama. Therefore, it constantly wants to create this drama. And when the whole earth turned into darkness, truth, which is none other than Bhumi, which is Uniki, which is existence, which is eternal, after many, when is with the Varaha and Bhudevi, that is Kruta Yuga, early parts of Kruta Yuga, and from there this fellow born from there, and you can imagine how many hundreds of thousands of years this Narakasura has survived, and until Dwapara Yuga came, the boon he asked from Brahma did not get fulfilled. Now we want instantaneous transformation around all of us, and we ask, how is it that God is tolerating all this? Uh, you may have to wait, unfortunately, yugas for that to happen. And when the ripe time came to fulfill, because how much time would it be required to have a mother kill her own son? Kuputro jayeta kvachitapi kumata na bhavati. There can be a bad son on this earth, but there can never be a bad mother, a mother who kills her own son. How much of atrociousness he has accumulated for that to happen, that for a mother to come back and aid in the killing of her own son, Satyabhama. And the same Satyabhama prayed to Satyasai to take the avatar, that is the connection between Avatar Declaration Day and this Deepavali. This year, the centennial year, that is the connection. Because of that, Satyabhama prayed, and Bhagavan came as Satya Sai, the truth embodied 100% only to save the Mother Earth, who cried and prayed to him. Bhagavan, the world is going to turn atrocious. That time in Dwapara Yuga, there was only one Narakasura. But this time in Kali Yuga, millions of Narakasuras. Save me from all these Narakasuras. And for that, the divine light has descended, as Sri Yogi Aurobindo said on November 23rd, November 22nd evening, when he was in meditation. Sri Aurobindo Yogi declared, light is now descending onto this earth, and an avatar is just born. What we are making of all of this? How are we inspired that an avatar is born? We don't even have a split second span of attention to pay to ourselves. How can we actually pay attention to this divine moment? So, therefore, this mantra that we are studying today explains how beautifully the grace is held back for the right time to come to descend upon this earth. Now, what did I tell you last class? If you listen to this summary very carefully, you will understand the rest of the mantras easily. So now, last week, the grace was held back, and I asked, should I complete these 4 lines? And the answer was, please postpone it to next class. And I said, Tathastu, be it may. Yes, isn't that the truth? Yes. Why it was held back? For the right moment of the grace to be showered. Next, go to the now let's go to the mantra. What it is saying very beautifully. Yes, the last 4 lines of the 42nd mantra. Tyugroha bhujju mashvinoda meghe
Tyugroh bhujyu mashvinod meghe.
rayinna kaschinma mruvan
Rayinna kaschin mamrivam? Oh, mamrivam.
mamruvam. Yes, kaschin mamruvam. Kaschin mamruvam.
Kaschin mamrivam.
Yes, rayinna kaschin mamruvan
Rayinna kaschin mamrivam.
avahaha
Avahaha.
tamuhathur
Tamuhathur.
naubhiratmanvatibhihi
Naubhiratmanvatibihi.
antarikshaprudbhirapodakabhihi.
Antarikshaprudbhirapodakabhihi.
Yes, understanding this mantra is understanding how complex it is to comprehend an avatar. Nothing will be obvious. God will be in his human form, walking like us, talking like us, everything, so that you won't even put an effort to understand that God is in human form. You also think God is like me. He's also eating, he's also walking, he's also talking, he's also drinking, all of that stuff. To do that, you have to open the door, unlock the door. This is the mantra that I was explaining last time, Ganapati mantra short. If you chant Gananantva Ganapati, you came to the doorstep of Gananantva Ganapati, and then some idol appeared in front of you. Your mind stopped there. Your mind just stopped there because that's what Ganapati is for you. And then that's it. Now you're looking at the door, you're worshipping the door, you're saying all the things to door, you're pouring water on the door, you're putting flowers on the door, you're doing all these things, huh? That's it. But what you don't realize is that you have to open the door. And when you open the door, the real stuff is actually inside the door. And this door is your mind. You stopped at your mind. You never opened your mind. All the divinity is now inside the door. but you are just stuck with this idol. You never opened the door to look at what is the ideal. Therefore, it's called unlock the door, put the key, turn it, open the door, go inside. Oh, then you are saying, oh, my God, that Ganapati I thought was that elephant headed guy. But actually, Ganapati doesn't even mean that. The meaning is not even the elephant head guy. But you are stuck at elephant headed guy because somebody told you Ganapati means elephant headed god, Hanuman means monkey headed god, and all these things are brainwashed into your mind, which is now coated with this ignorance. You stopped at the doorstep and you stopped. Now you can ask, oh my God, is that a mistake? No, be grateful at least you got to the doorstep. There are people that are even far away, millions of miles even separated, even to say the word Ganapati. But you are blessed because you got the opportunity at least to say Ganapati. Then you have got the opportunity to say Om Shri Bhagavan Satya Sai Baba Namaha. You just got the opportunity, but you stopped at the door of a 5 foot 3 inch afro haired Indian dude. So this mantra is really that complex. Here, most of the to pronounce this, okay, you open it and now pronounce the whole 4 lines. What I said, okay. Let's look at the words again. Tyugroha bhujjumashvinoda meghe
Tyugroh bhujyumashvinodameghe.
rayinna kaschin mamruvam avaha
Rayinna kaschin mamravam avahaha.
tamuhathurnaubhiratmanvatibhihi.
Tamuh tamuhathurnaubiratmanvatibhihi.
Tamuhathurnaubhiratmanvatibhihi.
Tamuhathurnaubiratmanvatibhihi.
Antarikshaprudbhirapodakabhihi.
Antarikshaprudbhirapodakabhihi.
Prud, d,
Prud.
uh,
Ant
Antarikshaprudbhirapodakabhihi.
Antarikshaprudbhirapodakabhihi.
Now let's learn the mantra. Om Tyugroha Bhujumashvinodameghe
Om Tyugroha bhujyumashvinodameghe. Om Tyugroha bhujyumashvinodameghe.
Rayinakaschinmamruvam
Rayanna kaschinmamrivam. Rayanna kaschinmamrivam.
Avaha
Avahaha. Avahaha.
Tamuhathur Naubhiraatmanvatibhihi.
Tamuhathurnau. Tamuhathurnaubiratmanvatibhihi. Tamuhathurnaubiratmanvatibhihi.
Antarikshaprudbhirapodakabhihi.
Antarik Antariksh.
Antariksha. Re
Ah.
should go if the re goes a little lower, then it will the other one will stay in the Anudattam. Antariksha prudbhirapoda kabhihi.
अन्तरिक्षपृद्भिरपोदकाभिः
Mm, ni pani. That is the swaram. Antariksha prudbhirapoda kabhihi.
अन्तरिक्षपृद्भिरपोदकाभिः
You are saying prudbhi. It is prud, d, da, ennada,
prud
da.
prud
Yes,
da.
like the devil is in the detail. Okay. Uh, Antariksha prudbhirapoda kabhihi.
अन्तरिक्षप्रृ अन्तरिक्षप्रृद्भि
That is the knee, na? Antariksha prudbhirapoda kabhihi.
अन्तरिक्षप्रृद्भिरपोदकाभिः. One more time, sorry, I missed the Mahaprana.
Yeah. No worries. You're doing very good. This mantra, somebody else would take 5 minutes to even say the words properly. So you're doing very well. Okay, Sairam.
अन्तरिक्षप्रृ अन्तरिक्षप्रृद्भिरपोदकाभिः अन्तरिक्षप्रृ अन्तरिक्षप्रृद्भिरपोदकाभिः.
Yes. See, this is a very beautiful 4 lines. The meaning is even more complex, the pronunciation. Tyogroha bhujumashvinod meghe rayinna kaschinmamruvam avaha तमूहथुर्नौभिरा आत्मन्वतिभिः अन्तरिक्षप्रुड्भिरपोदकाभिः. So the nuance in the second line, you will see in the second line, Rayinna Kaschinmamruvam, there is a two. So the two indicates if it is a short vowel, it is a half matra. If it is a long vowel, it is two matras. If it is two, then it is three matras. If it is a three, like the mantra that we chanted at the end of the last Anuvaka. What is that mantra?
Somapa, Somapa.
Somapa, Asomapa, Iti Nigadavyakhyatak. There it is, three is put. That's called Plutam. Here it is a two. That means one extra matra than a dirgham. So that's why there is the two. And then there is a pause after that. Avahaha. Tyogroha bhujumashvinoda meghe rayinna kaschinmamruvam avahaha तामुहथुर्नौतिरा आत्मन्वतिभिः अन्तरिक्षप्रुड्भिरपोदकाभिः.
ॐ त्युग्रोह भुज्युमश्विनोदमेघे
Bhujjuno dirgham. So Tyugroha is one word. Bhujjumashvinoda is another word. Meghe is another word. Like that. So this is like another word means that one without, like for example, in the Tamu Hathur Naubhiratmanvati has to be tried to be chanted in one shot because there is no breaks in that. It's all continuity. That's called Sama Santanam. That is the principle of continuity without any break. Tamu Hathur Naubhira Atman Vati Bhihi. See? Yes. Okay. One more shot. That's why I said I'm glad we postponed it to the next class with your divine intent behind it. Hmm.
ॐ त्युग्रोह भुज्यु sorry. ॐ त्युग्रोह भुज्युमश्विनोदमेघे रयिन्न कश्चिन्ममृवाम् अवाहाः.
No, you said
Oh,
2.5, not
yeah.
full. Okay, that's okay.
Moment.
No, that's okay. You are a tabbalist. You know, you should know how many durations, matras. Dhit tarigitatom, dhit tarigitatom, dhit tarigitatom, tarigitatom, dhit tarigitatom, dhit tat tarigitatom. All this is duration. Okay, that is murdangam beat, not tabla beat. Okay, next. Hmm.
तमोहथुर् तमोहथुर्नौभिरा आत्मन्वतीभिः अन्तरिक्षपृद्भिरपोदकाभिः. Sorry.
See, if Sham is taking so much time, how much more time other people will take? Huh? Yes. Antarikshaprodbhirapodakabhihi.
अन्तरिक्षपृद्भिरपोदकाभिः.
One more time.
अन्तरिक्षपृद्भिरपोदकाभिः.
Hmm. This learning has to happen with a guru because there is so much of nuances in chanting this. Now you can imagine how long it would take to memorize the whole Arunam, how long it would take to chant the Arunam, integrating the meaning while you are chanting. If it takes that much long for just learning and reciting Arunam with the meaning,
You're not going.
huh? I'm fine, Rav, whoever wants to unmute. I'm doing fine. So then you can imagine how long it would take to learn and recite Yajurveda Samhita, integrating the meaning. A lifetime will not be enough. Here we are thinking that we know Rudram and therefore we know already figured out most of the stuff. That would keep your mind humble. That will keep your ego in check. And then you have to say the only way it is possible is by surrender to this divine that has descended. Now, this mantra, you want to chant one more time so that everybody will listen, and I hope they are also chanting, not watching Sham chanting and see how many mistakes Sham is making. I'm definitely some people, as you said, Prudvi, they're immediately, oh, no, no, it's not Prudvi, it's Prudvi. Now, their mind is telling that, but they won't chant. They're watching you chant. Yes, yeah. They will not have the courage to chant. I will ask somebody to open this and chant. Anybody ready? If you are ready, raise your hand. Okay, Srinivas.
ॐ त्युग्रोह भुज्युमश्विनोदमेघे रयिन्न कश्चिन्ममृवाम् अवाहाः तमोहतुर्नौभिरात्मन्वतीभिः अन्तरिक्षपृड्भिरबोधकाभिः.
What is the only mistake you made? Very good job. 90%. Do you know what mistake you made, Srinivas?
Um,
If I ask somebody else, they will immediately point out what mistake you made because they're listening to you. Especially Swati will tell you exactly what mistake you made. Swati, what mistake you made?
In Avaha, he did
Because she has been listening to the mistake of others. So it's very easy to point out. Very quickly you can point out what is the
Anna.
mistake.
It's just not pointing the mistakes, but extracting the right thing. I
No,
take
no,
it in
no.
that way.
No, no, you are not getting the point. The point is, I'm not saying that you are pointing mistakes is a wrong thing or a right thing. You immediately judged it to be the wrong thing. If you have a mind, you need others to point out your mistakes. If you are the heart, your heart will point out the mind's mistakes. Write it down somewhere. As long as you are the mind, you need somebody else. As long as you identified yourself with the mind, you cannot look at your own mistakes. But if you have a heart, then your mind will be guided by that, and now heart will point out immediately, hey mind, you made a mistake. So avaha, and also the swaras, they're not exactly going as a swaritam, exactly coming down. So there is that aspect of the frequency of the note that is also. Uh, okay, now enough. This class is just only teaching this. Huh? Okay, 10:38. Okay. Tyugroha bhujjumashvino the meghe. Tyugra ha ha. Bhujjum ashvina udameghe. Those are the words. Tyugraha ha bhujjum ashvina udameghe. Raim na kaschit mamruvam avahah tam uhathuhu naubhihi atmanvatibihi antariksha prudbhihi apa udakabhihi. Apodakabhihi, there is two words in it. Apa udakabhihi. Those are the words. There is a lot of stuff to unpack here. In fact, the syntax of this mantra itself, lot of meditation, which word relates where, and packed with such a spiritual meaning behind it, it is even more. As I said, try to understand, unpack this mantra and connect to it. You will get a little closer to what avatar is. That. So now let's look at this mantra. Hmm. Okay, where do I start? So the first and foremost, this mantra is in reference to Ashwina, the Ashwini Devatas. Therefore, Ashwina is in the word that is inside. Yes. Ashwina, O Ashwinis, Tam Bhujum is the next syntax. Tam Bhujum. Tam is in the third line, Bhujum is in the first line. Tam Bhujum. You sustain the worlds. You sustain the worlds. Tam Bhujum. Bhuja doesn't mean, Bhuja means it not just doesn't mean shoulders. Bhuja actually means that which is experienced. That which is experienced. That which is experienced is a blessing. So therefore, you bless the world. Tam Bhujum. Hmm. Tam Bhujum. You are responsible for experiencing this world. How are you? Uhatuhu. Where is Uhatuhu? Is also in the Uhatuhu is in the third line. Tam Bhujum Uhatuhu. Uhatuhu means by holding back. Atmanvati bhihi. Holding back to yourselves. Here, Atma doesn't mean the Atma that we all think as some soul or something like that. Atma is the self, individual self. So therefore, Uhatuhu Atmanvati bihi. So yes, you are blessing the world by holding something back closely to yourselves. That is the meaning so far. Ashwina Tam Bhujum Uhatuhu Atmanvati bhihi. Very closely to yourselves. What are you holding back? Now the simile comes now bhihi. Now bhi means now means nauka means ship. Now bhi means ships. Like the ships that are apa udaka bhihi. They are in water, but they do not let water penetrate them. So you are wondering, how incredible these rishis are, seeing something in the world and relating all of that to spirituality, and at the same time conveying the meaning about some celestial principle, a cosmic principle. Who says Vedas are just blind hymns that only tells you you love this God, otherwise you go to hell? If you really understand these mantras, huh? If you truly understand what that linga is, if you truly understand who that Ganapati is, if you truly understand who that Saraswati is, because you have not opened the door. For those who have closed minds, mantras are simply blind chants. But for those who are seekers of wisdom and knowledge and open their minds and go into their hearts, it is immense blissful experience, not only to chant but to actually get enchanted. These are enchanting mantras. So now what is he saying? They're referring to these two duet called Ashwinis, Ashwini Devatas, and they're invoking this principle, O Ashwini Devatas, for the experience of the world, you are holding closely everything to yourselves, these what are called ships that are in water, but into which water cannot penetrate. Kaschit, now they are doing kaschit means like, for example, hatyugraha. Hatyugraha, ha means that or he. Tyugraha means a foolish murkha, a foolish fellow. Like that foolish fellow, Mamruvam, even though he is approaching death, na avahah, does not let go of Raim, his wealth. This mantra will take a long time even to explain. The syntax itself is so beautiful. The meaning is even more beautiful. Probably won't be completed today. So far, what is the literal meaning we understood? Let us put it all in syntax and context. Ashwina, O Ashwini Devatas, Tam, Tam, Bhujum. You give the experience of this world. Uhatuhu naubhihi atmanvatibihi. Uhatuhu atmanvatibhi, by holding very closely to yourselves. Naubhihi antarikshaha prudbhihi. Naubhi means the ships that are traveling in antariksha, in the atmosphere. Now that I forgot to mention. So antarikshaha prudbhihi apodakabhihi. Antariksha means atmosphere. In this antariksha, okay, antariksha means atmosphere. There are these naukas, there are these ships that are present in this antariksha. And what is a ship? A ship is in water, but these ships are incredible. They are filled with water. These ships that are in antariksha, they are filled with water. Apa udakabhihi. Now, what are ships in the atmosphere that's filled with water?
Clouds.
Huh?
Clouds. Mega.
Ah. Apa udakabhihi.
11th month of
Ashwina
Rudra.
udameghe. That is the reference to the udameghe. Megha is mentioned in the first line. This udameghe means these clouds filled with water. They are like ships in the sky. They are ships in the sky. So you Ashwini Devatas, you are holding these ships to yourselves that are filled with water, and they are in the sky, antarikshaha, and you are holding them back, just like that foolish fellow who is holding back to his wealth, even when he knows that death is approaching him. Go figure this out. Go figure this out. What a beautiful mantra. There are these fellows, they're dying, but they still want to hold on to their entire wealth. They don't want to give anything at all. They are holding back, thinking that they will benefit all their children, everybody underneath, children, grandchildren, everything. They have no idea if those children will even touch that money or will put it to good use and what will happen to that wealth. But they are holding back. They are therefore called fools. Why you are holding back to this? Huh? But the difference between that fellow, see, the simile is given to teach a meaning, to give a message. If you truly desire that the whole world should experience your selflessness, if you hold on to the wealth so that it can be taken by charity and can be used for service of the whole society, then you are a great individual. That means those that accumulate wealth to give it away for the society, those are great individuals. They are comparable to Ashwini Devatas. The rest of them are a disgrace to this world. Now you and how beautifully what is not and what it is told in a single mantra, but attributing to Ashwini Devatas and giving simile of these clouds that are filled with water. The clouds are filled with water, but they're not releasing the water. And what is the mantra is saying? Oh Ashwini Devatas, for the benefit of the world, you hold these ships called clouds that are carrying the water. There is a ship, these are ships that are carrying the water. Those ships are in water. And they don't even allow penetrate any water to come in. So many levels of layers of interpretation. Deep meditation is required. You have no idea how much time this mind has spent looking into this mantra and trying to go deeper into what is this mantra carrying. Chugroha bhujjumashvinoda meghe rayinna kaschin mamruvam avaha. Now you see, why is that mantra extending to 2 units of time? Because to give the meaning of holding back. Rayinna kaschin mamruvam, holding it longer period of time. Can you imagine what is the beauty of these rishis? Now can you understand, it is not only the literal meaning of the mantra, but the sound associated with the mantra also carries the meaning with it. Are you all with me? Am I talking to myself? Am I the only one blissed out here? When you truly now get into the mantra, not just about knowing the meaning of it only, but what is the meaning of the swara itself? Why is this mantra composed with that particular sound? That is the incredible. That means these mantras are truly merging of dhyana, dhyatru, dhyeya, jnana, jnatru, jneya. You are wondering what are those words mean? Meaning, there are only three things with respect to knowledge. Only three things. The observer, the observed, and the process of observation. Dhyana, dhyatru, dhyeya. The knower, the knowing, and the process or the tool of knowing, or the expression of the knowing. When all those three merge, they merge, then that is true knowledge. That is truly wisdom. So these mantras are packed with wisdom. that is beyond the comprehension of an ordinary mind. I don't know how much of you are seeing the statuses, but in the status, I was, of this Satyam Shivam Sundaram, beautiful poems by Om Sri Sai Purushottamaya Namaha. This is exactly what is being described. So now, this when this true divinity is experienced, when the observer, the observed, and the observation are merged. That is called Triputi. Triputi. That's the reason why this is put like this, Triputi. That is the significance of it. That's what is called Wi-Fi signal. Triputi. Total connectivity. To tell somebody why I need to put this, it indicates similarly in this particular mantra, and you take something like a Tyagaraja Kirtana also. They are not compositions of music. This stuff called the music, 99% of the music, when it only becomes an emotional experience that delivers to the senses of yours and to the senses of others, then it will remain music only for satisfying the senses. But that music where the note, the singer, what is singing or playing do not exist, that music is the music that is eternal music. That music will stand the test of time. That music, even after centuries, that music, even after eras, will remain to enchant every single being on this universe, because it is cosmic music. It's called nada. It is no longer music that is psychologically and emotionally appealing. The music that comes deep from the heart of that musician who doesn't even exist as a musician, because he is one with the song itself. This is the celestial song. That celestial song is called Veda. Okay. You're all still there with me? Huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then for that person, they don't even have to learn music. They don't have to go to please don't take this seriously. Please go learn music. If you are interested in music, please go learn music. But when music wants to sing you, then you don't have to learn it. If mantra wants to chant you, you become a medium. You are not chanting the mantra. That instrument, when it carries that note, then it will enchant everything and everybody that is in that atmosphere. You understand? Similarly, why there is the two note holding on that the before that avaha. Avaha means release, and therefore raina kaschin mamruvam. Mruvam means that which is approaching the end. This rai, kaschit, whatever wealth that is there, na mruvam, na avaha is not letting go of mruvam even when it is approaching the end. When you're chanting that mantra, Rayinna kaschinma mruvam avaha. Now that we understood the meaning of it, and every bit of this, not every bit of it, at least superficially touching what it means, and that mantra lines will already enchant you. You are enchanted by the mantra. Then avaha, total release. Total release. Avaha. Like this, every mantra, every bit of the sound, it is not even a sound, it is vibration, it is a nada. Nada. Nada, nadi. Nadi means pulse. Nada means vibration. And every pulse is inspired by this vibration. What exists within you is complete connection with this cosmic, incredible universe. On this beautiful eve of Avatar Declaration Day and Deepavali, after this class, I will release the Saraswati mantra. What is the meaning of Saraswati mantra? And on this public forum, I want to give my gratitude to my beautiful young soul in South Africa, Brother Neeraj, who has done an amazing job just taking that sharing and making it completely a complete visualization of the mantra. Complete the visualization of the mantra. What an inspiration when you see these young adults that now connect to it, and they're seeing, they're opening the doors and then going beyond the door to see what is inside. It's a bit too late for this body and mind, but that is the grace. Grace descending is called avatar. You understand? Grace descending is avatar, avatarana, that which is flowing down, just like this waterfall behind me. That waterfall is from Zimbabwe, Victoria Falls. That's the waterfall there. And with the sun behind it, and it's as if gold is now flowing down. You experience that moment and it's saying, oh my God, how this grace is flowing upon us. Until now, it has held its back. Tyugroha bhujjumashvino meghe, rayinna kaschinmamruvam avaha, tamu hathur naubhiratman vatibhihi, antariksha prudbhirapodakabhihi. This grace is held back. Why it is held back? It is for the right moment for it to descend. And when it descends like that, it is grace pouring upon us. And you have to wait for that moment. Like these clouds are holding back all that rain. It will be thunder, it will be lightning, but it doesn't rain. Suddenly wind will come and all these ships will go away. And you are saying, oh my God, what happened? They didn't shower rain. Oh, it's so hot here. It is hot summer and no rain has come. Where did these clouds go? Huh? You experience this in summer in Guntur. When until morning 2 o'clock, it will be only warm air that will be blowing. Suddenly there will be some clouds and some little bit of wind that is, very cool will breeze. And then the body will be, oh my God, where did all those clouds? I wish they stayed there and they showered. Not anymore in India. Now in India, they only breathe air conditioned air. everywhere, they can't even survive. But when we were children, I am talking about, you sleep on the top of the roof, you're on the roof and waiting for rain to come. And when it comes, your experience of grace of God is like, oh my God, rain, and you go jump in it and you play in it and you, huh? Now what when the rain comes, they go hide somewhere, carrying umbrellas. That means what? They don't know what grace is. They don't know what avatar is. They don't know that this avatar has come in billions of years of humanity's praying. So when you know that, and when you know that moment that avatar is in front of you in flesh, your experience of bliss is so much that tears will start rolling down as if clouds had opened its water. That's what happened to this mind. The moment that red robe just came out of that gate in Brindavan, only he knows what happened. It's like this incredible, this tears and this, it's not crying, it is not sadness, it is nothing to do with that. But you don't even know, eyes are just, oh my God, they're just, and then you're wondering what's happening, why is my cheeks wet? You didn't even realize you're crying, and the fellows next to you are watching. What happened to this fellow? Why is he crying? Something happened to him. They don't know, oh my God, it's this incredible avatar that comes once in billions of years that is now just walking to you, towards you. That is the avatar declaration. Today is avatar declaration class. So beautifully tied with this incredible 4 lines of mantra 42 in Aruna Prashna. What happens next, we will experience in the next class. 4 lines is enough. People are wondering, how do I complete mantra after mantra after mantra? 99% of them don't even have the bandwidth to sustain till 1 hour, let alone they feel it is such an incredible imposition to be in practice sessions. Now, once you realize what grace of God is, you are looking forward to it. The mind cannot wait until next Saturday. What else is coming? What else is coming? Don't get stressed out. Be happy. Jai Sai Ram. 8 minutes above time. Thank you for holding back your weekend schedule like those clouds holding back the rain. Okay, Sai Ram. That's okay. This mantra 42, 43 will continue with this. Did I miss anything in this mantra explaining? Any word or
Prud,
any?
Uncle. So I had there's Antariksha and then Prudbhihi. Is it this?
Prud. Ah, isn't
Prudbhihi.
da? Yes,
Sorry.
divine, divine. Keep
Prudbhihi.
saying divine. Yes.
Divine.
Ah,
Divine.
prud.
Prudbhihi. Is
Ah,
it the one word? It's Prud.
antariksha. Prudbhi. Prudbhi means that which is sailing. Sailing. Antariksha Prudbhi means sailing in the atmosphere. See, it's such an incredible description. If you go in an aeroplane and look down through the window, what you see is like a sea. Means sea. English is a funny language. Which sea I am seeing, I don't know. Okay, I am seeing the sea. I am seeing a sea of clouds. Antariksha Prudbhi apa udakabhihi. That is what it means. So now what a beautiful simile. Clouds are being described to ships in the atmosphere carrying the sailing in the atmosphere, like the ships filled with water. And it is saying, O Ashwini Devatas, you are holding to these ships that are filled with the water, Udameghe, clouds filled with water, or rain-laden clouds. One word for that is Parjanya. So then, holding them all close to yourselves, holding back that water in those ships, like a miser who holds on to all the wealth of his, even though a foolish miser who holds on to all the wealth, even when death is approaching, even when death is approaching. This is what you have. How do you know your death approaching? God forbidden you have got some disease that you know is terminal. What will you do with all your wealth? Write a will and give it to your children. Where is the principle of? But these guys are doing this. The Ashwini Devatas are doing it. For what? Bhujum. For the sustenance of the world. For the benefit of the world. You can hold back anything for the benefit of the world. God holds back his grace for the benefit of the world. And at that point of time, the lower mind will think, I have been attending so many bhajan, I have been doing so many Lalita Sahasranamas, I have been doing so many rituals, I have been gone to so many pilgrimages. How come this God doesn't have grace to take away my terminal disease? Don't you feel that? This is beautiful video somebody sent me the other day about Swami talking about desires and uh, there was this question by some student in a satsang with Swami. Then he is asking Swami, Swami, if the God is everything in this world, even a desire to have a worldly thing, is it not like desire to have God? Okay. You see, the mind of an individual is intellectually so beautiful, it wants to use everything, turn everything into selfishness only. Turn everything into selfishness. Totally. So intelligent. Amazingly intelligent. Like all these guys, Hiranyakashipu, Narakasura, all these guys are supreme intelligent guys. Their intelligence shows in the boon that they are asking God. Just go examine. Hiranyakashipu's total intelligence shows in the boon he asked Brahma. Narakasura's total intelligence shows in the boon he asked Brahma. And this Brahma is the only poor guy that gives these kind of ask these bones. And they're different levels of approaching the grace of God. Brahma is the easiest, next one very difficult will be Shiva, etc., etc., etc. You have different levels of penance. Now, you pray for 10 years of your life, and then suddenly you want grace to shower. And when God is not showering that grace, you are blaming. You are saying, hey, how come you are holding back all your grace? Like that miser who is holding on all the wealth. Who is the miser? You are the miser. Death is approaching you. You are still holding on to your wealth. But you blame God that he has not showered grace because you prayed for 10 years. Arey, just socho yaar. Just think a little bit. And this God is telling a fellow, that disease that you have is nothing to do with me to begin with. Why should I grace you? One gentleman had cancer. Swami walking by. He said, Swami, I have cancer. Swami just looks at him and he says, cancer cancelled. He went back. Doctors were astonished. No cancer found. Oh my God, Sai Baba is great miracle guy, amazing guy. There are cinema actors like this who got his grace. But none of those stupid fellows even mention the name of God who saved their lives. I don't want to name them because you may be fans for those movie actors, not to hurt your feelings. Now, you understand, he after 15 years, cancer came back again. He was same Puttaparthi. Now he remembered Swami. Last time he is the one that took off the cancer. 15 years he had no remembrance of Swami. Then he goes back, sitting here. Swami comes. What's Swami cancer? Came back again. Oh, I see. Okay. I gave you 15 years of my grace. What did you do with that life of yours? 15 years. How did you help the society? 15 years I gave you life back with my grace. How did you spend a single minute of that 15 years for others? When we understand what God has already given us, we won't keep anything to ourselves. We'll completely relinquish all of that and say, it's all your grace. I'm giving it back to you. You won't keep anything with you, only for your survival. You won't work for 80 years as a dog to another corporate. The moment you know that your life is wasted already in so many years, please, I'm not sharing this to hurt anyone or to do anything of that nature. Please understand this. The topic of what we are talking about is why is this held back? How do you hold back the grace that is already given to you like a miser? And how, for the benefit of the universe, God's hold back? You have to ask the question, what grace did I deserve even to listen or to learn or to chant any of these Veda mantras that did not go to for hundreds of years? They were held back. Holding back is the topic. That's what I'm trying to talk about. So if I have hurt anybody's feelings, please forgive. Jai Sai Ram. Yadakshara Pada Brashtam. Yes, Swati, your question. We'll take questions after the Yadakshara Pada Brashtam.
No.
So
Yeah, okay.
those that are holding back can leave. That are holding back the worldly matters, they can leave. Jai Sai Ram. Okay, Yadakshara Pada Brashtam, since you opened the mic, chant. Swati.
ॐ यदक्षरपदभ्रष्टं मात्राहीनं तु यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देव नारायण नमोऽस्तु ते विसर्गबिन्दुमात्राणि पदपादाक्षराणि च न्यूनानि चातिरिक्तानि क्षमस्व साईश्वर अपराधसहस्राणि क्रियन्ते हर्निशं मया दासोऽयमिति मां मत्वा क्षमस्व साईश्वर अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष रक्ष साईश्वर हरिः ओम् श्री साईश्वरार्पणमस्तु
Tat Sat, you limited, you omitted.
श्री साईश्वर
Harihi Om. Tat Sat. What does it mean?
You are the truth.
If you are the truth, why do you need to offer back to him?
Because we get mingled in the worldly things, so we forget our own truth.
Harihi Om. Tat means that which is given to me is Sat, which is eternal. That which is given to me, Tat, Sat, that presence, the present that you gave me of all of the above, including your kindness in forgiving me for all my mistakes, because I was not present to the present, which is omnipresent. goes back to you. Akashat patitantoyam yatha gacchati sagaram sarvadeva namaskaram keshavam pratigacchati sai devam pratigacchati. That is the tat sat, not your truth. That which I am present to, which I have probably not been present to. Please forgive me for me not being present to your present, because that present does not actually belong to me. This present does not belong to me. Therefore, I give it back to you. Sai Ishwararpanamastu. Jai Sairam. Okay, now your question.
No, you started off with that video that came to you with that question.
I didn't tell what the question is.
The question we got it, but the answer what Swami gave.
Yeah. It's a very, very beautiful question, no? Like a Swati question. If this world is God and everything is God, what is wrong in me desiring? What is God? What is God already? That's a beautiful question. What do you think Swami's answer would be to that?
If your desires for yourself, something like that. I mean, if you desire for somebody else, then
Bhagavan is so amazing answer he gave. Look, if you are God and that is God, where is the scope for a desire? Huh? If you are God and that is God, why do you need to desire yourself? Are you getting up in the morning and you're telling yourself, I desire myself? Let me today desire myself. Are you telling, do I desire myself? So if that is God and you are God, there is no question of desire. Yes, logic failure. It's a logic failure. Now you are taking something and for convenience sake, you say, let me desire that because I want to enjoy it. That is God anyway. That is God anyway. This ice cream that I love so much is God anyway. So let God come to God itself. That is the answer. Okay, any other questions?
Happy Deepavali, Shekhar Garu, Sai Ram.
Sai Ram, sir.
Sir, I have, it's actually not a question. Typically, we always say that Indra is the controlling of Parjanya, Meghas and all those things. And Ashwini Devatas here coming into the picture, actually divine physicians, which we call it. Whether Ashwini Devas are controlling, because there is a story also here. If you allow me to say, I can tell in two sentences, in short actually. There was this Chavana Maharshi, Sayyati, Sukanya. When Sukanya has distributed the penance of Chavana Maharshi by poking, seeing that a lot of this was coming. And ultimately, the punishment given by Sayyati Maharaj is that you should marry Sukanya. Though Chavan Maharshi was very old. Then there is a story goes. It also, this also explained in ChatGPT, that Sukanya marries Chavana Maharshi. Ultimately, it so happens that Ashwini Devatas were not allowed to take Somras by Indra, it seems. Then there was a deal that Chavana Maharshi will be restored his youth, and then when once he is restored youth, they should be allowed to get the Somras. They should be rather made eligible to consume the Somras, actually. This was the thing which was there. Then Indra was not willing to grant Somras to Ashwini Devatas, these divine physicians. And ultimately, it so happened that Chavana intervened and created a Krutya, a special this one, which could obstruct his Vajrayudha, and ultimately Indra has to surrender and allow Ashwini Dev to grant eligibility to the Ashwini Devatas for consuming Somras. There is a story like this in the, what you call, Saryati Maharaj and this one. He is coming from the Surya Vamsam. So what is happening is, since Indra is, my question comes here, since Indra is controlling the Meghas, Ashwini Devasas, here you are saying that they are releasing the particular Parjanya at the appropriate time to, what you call, for the benefit of the mankind, whatever it is. So how this conflict is explained is the question. I hope I conveyed my message to you.
Sir, first of all, thank you for sharing a beautiful and appealing Rajamouli story to me. I hope he'll take a movie of this also. No, I'm not making fun of it. There are many mythological, symbolic stories associated to explain the principles of cosmos.
Yes.
The context of this mantras that we are studying is all about Aruna Ketuka Yajna. Aruna referring to the sun god as the supreme cosmic principle. In the context of that, what is being invoked are the descendants of Aruna, the Surya Bhagavan, which are the Ashwini Devatas. Now, I'm not giving you a chat GPT answer. It may tell you something very beautiful,
No.
better than me. But if I put the chat aside, God present timeless is my GPT.
No.
I am chatting with a GPT, which means God present timeless. So the context of this mantras in Aruna Prishna is all relating to the cosmology, especially relating to the sun as the primary universal presence. And because these Ashwini Devatas are primarily associated in the linealogy of this particular hymn, that is my understanding of why the Ashwini Devatas are invoked as the ones that are controlling the rain. If you go to some Purana,
Yeah.
then it will be another different story relating to another cosmic. If you go to Shiva Purana, it will describe Shiva as the primary cosmic thing, and therefore everything related to Shiva will be invoked. If you go to Devi Bhagavatam, everything will be linked only to the mother, the Shakti aspect of it. If you go to Sauram, it will be sun god. If you go to Ganapatyam, it will be Ganapati. So what will happen in Hindu mythology aspect of it is, and if it is Vishnu Purana, it will be all linked to Vishnu. Some guy was telling me the other day that in Narayana Suktam, Shiva Machyutam, it says, right? Then he says, sir, in Narayana Suktam, it is saying that Shiva is linked to Vishnu, and Vishnu is the supreme god, and the rest of the guys are subordinates to Vishnu only. So everything has to come from Vishnu only. I said, yes. As a Vaishnavite, what you have chanted from Vishnu Purana, that is all true. So here we understand that these mantras are related to Ashwini Devatas, who are related to the how the cosmic order is flowing to begin with from this Samvatsara as the embodiment of everything that is flowing within.
Okay.
That is the beautiful aspect of this mantra.
Sir, actually, just I am not following Chat GPT or
No,
Google. What I am just trying to say was I listened the story from Bhagavatam
no,
for
no.
the benefit of for the
Which
benefit of others. I
yes.
just said it is also available in Chat GPT, like that I mentioned it. So
Oh,
that
okay.
you were
No.
okay.
That's okay. You don't need to justify that. There is
Okay,
nothing
no,
wrong.
because I am
No,
not a follower of Chat GPT. I
no.
only counter.
Sir, follower of Chat GPT. I am not saying that, sir. Chat GPT is just a tool, sir. It's like using your iPhone, using water. It is nothing more than that. But what I am trying to say is that some people put a question in Chat GPT and they believe that is true. Chat GPT is just a data integration tool. It's an artificial intelligence that leads to artificial ignorance.
Yeah, you already mentioned Adhyatmic intelligence is nothing but it supersedes artificial
So
intelligence.
now you said you read it in Purana. May I ask you which Purana this story is mentioned?
In Bhagavata Purana also it is explained. It
Ah.
is also explained in Adi Parvam of Mahabharat, completely
Okay.
about Saryati Maharaj. So
Hmm.
I have heard from there, but when I referred this matter again to Chat GPT, again they, what you call an extract was put in Chat GPT. That is the purpose of my telling Chat GPT. And in fact, I am not expert in the operation of computers also at this age of 74. So I don't see regularly Chat GPT, sir. Kindly excuse me for that actually.
No, nothing wrong, sir. You can be 85 and use ChatGPT, no problem.
Okay.
I'm not blaming any tool. Don't worry about the tool. The tool is simply in your hand. How you use the tool is what matters. Okay,
sir.
I'm glad you are using ChatGPT for the right purpose rather than asking biography of Amitabh Bachchan or something like that.
No,
Okay,
I have
fine.
not assumed. There is one more thing also, which I want,
Yes.
if you allow me to say, I want you to say. Now, regarding the Hiranyakashipu, you have mentioned that how he has asked about Agnin, Kumbhin, like that. There is a big poem Bamara has put in his Bhagavatam. But before that, the mythology says that Hiranyakashipu is basically a particular icon for tapasya. What is tapasya? He's like that Bambarapotana himself describes. That is, it seems only his backbone was remained because everything was eaten out by insects and crims. And for thousands of years he did tapasya. And when Brahmadeva is actually, what you call, seen him, he says, how you are alive so long? I myself surprised. So I am prepared to give whatever boon you ask him, like that. See, there is a poem, I don't remember that particular poem clearly. That is Dantavratamulun. Sorry to say, in Telugu it is there, but I don't know others. There are not people who are not Telugu in this particular group actually. పిపీలికల్ మేధక్రవ్య రక్తంబులన్ సంశీర్ణంబులు పుట్టి తినగా శల్యావసిస్తుండవై అదే నువ్వు జీవించి ఎట్లుండును లైక్ దట్ ఏ పోయం ఇస్ దేర్ ఆఫ్ బమ్రపోతన ఇన్ తెలుగు and which was very well describing about his tapasya. So he is an icon of tapasya, like that, what it is mentioned actually. So one side he has got a plus point that he did with a great dedication, but what he has done was whatever his ahankar has entered, and then ultimately it led to his downfall. That's what the sorry, in the Saptamaskandha Bhagavatam it was explained. Sorry, this is just I'm sharing you when you mentioned about Hiranyakashipu's selfish desires which he has asked from as a boon from Brahma.
No, they're very intelligent people. They have even defeated all the bodily aspects of it. But something else is remaining after all his body is left of the bones. So, what for me, sir, personally, nothing to do with you. It's wonderful to have this connection with the mythological aspect of Hinduism, which is actually a doorstep. I'll repeat what I am saying. Idols, icons, stories about them, they are all doorsteps to divinity. What will a person who is learning this Aruna Prashna on this platform, like somebody like my sister Rico, who is from Japan, or somebody else like Belinda, who is a Christian, what will they do with all this information? It is
Fine.
information. It is information. Information is only useful when it can be applied for transformation. Otherwise, it will become just information. And I'm not, this is not personally intended for you. What I am only saying is this platform and forum does not ignore or does not denigrate or does not look down upon any of those aspects because those are all wonderful. I mean, for me, more than the Bhagavatam itself, Bambara Potana is a much higher inspiration because he lived a life not too long ago and he represents this icon of sacrifice, utmost devotion, etc. So when we go into consumption of material, we have to transcend beyond that material to go to the subtler aspect of how they inspire our thoughts, what can I do with that information for myself to transform myself. As long as that aspect of it is not overlooked or ignored, having scriptural knowledge is a fantastic thing because it's a guide. It will help us go to the open the door and go beyond it. No? I hope I'm wonderful. Thank you for sharing all that. Okay.
No, last one thing I just wanted to share before I get off the mic. I just wanted to tell you, as I go through a lot of scriptures and a lot of political interviews in the TV, etc., I understand that up to 1828, there was no Hindu word at all. It was only Sanatan Dharma. It was there. The Hindu was created by East India Company when they came to India. That was the thing which was said.
I will tell you even what is the root of the word Hindu. The word Hindu came from Indus. When the Persians, not even the English, the Persians that came from Iran via Afghanistan, and the Persians, when they looked at the people they called because there was even the time of when the entire Zoroastrian followers in Iran were getting executed and eradicated. All of them had to escape from the torture. So India became a great harbor to Swami Vivekananda describes this, not my knowledge. Better than Chat GPT is Vivekananda for me. So he has described this, and he said the people on the other side of Indus were referred to as Hindu, and that is the origin of the word Hindu. What I am trying to say is, unfortunately, many of so-called Bharatiyas, not even Indians, are limited by this perspective in the context of even today in the society, limiting people to this philosophy of only Brahmins can do this, only this can do it, only that can do it, that kind of a this thing. I'm not criticizing anybody, but the platform Veda study is to actually go beyond that and to connect beyond caste, creed, gender, religion, affiliation, only based on the principles of Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba, who has given this Maha Mantra, love all, serve all, which has never occurred in the context of inspiration beyond the hope that we all have. So that is the principle of it. Having said that, there is no disrespect to any guru. There is no disrespect to anybody who believes in any religion they want. Just if you want to be a true spiritual seeker, don't stop at the idol. Open the door and go beyond the idol to the ideal. Jai Sai Ram.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Happy Deepavali to all.
Yeah,
And,
Sai Ram. Sai Ram. Happy Deepavali. May the light and the love of God be with all of us. Jai Sai Ram. Any other questions before we go? Okay. Swasti Mantra. Sita, you can chant Swasti Mantra, if you don't mind.
ॐ स्वस्तिः प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा